there's a difference between pain and suffering. Pain is a signal to the brain, and pain can be useful actually if we hurt ourselves, if there's some trauma, some damage happening to the body, and even emotional pain. Like there's that signal to let us know that something's not right. So it's a useful mechanism, but often what we call pain is actually suffering, and suffering is a reaction to what has happened. It's essentially a thinking pattern, a story, whether it's, oh, what on earth did we do that for, like judging ourselves and maybe being clumsy if we've cut ourselves, for example. And also it's, like even with long-term chronic pain, this is what I started to discover, that actually there was this whole pain story wrapped around the physical sensations that was happening. And so I was suffering, and the pain's intensified because, actually when we're thinking about the pain, when we're judging it, when we're reacting to it, there's actually a resistance there, which increases the intensity. So we don't actually experience the physical body sensations, whether that's from an emotional reaction, which we always feel in the body, or whether it's an actual physical injury. For example, even when I had broken ribs, there were many times when I wasn't even suffering at all, because I stopped the resistance. I became aware of it. I let go of the ideas that there was anything wrong within that, or that it's going to take a long time to heal, or I'm just going to struggle until I'm healed. There was just this whole dialogue. And when I recognized that and just came into a direct experience of silence, of just noticing my experience right now, and the still silent backdrop, the peripheral awareness as part of my experience, then my experience of the body purified. So I was still aware of physical sensations. The broken ribs that I was experiencing were still broken. There was still damage. It still needed to repair. And I still needed to look after my body within that experience. But there was no suffering. The suffering fell away. And so I then experienced peace. I had a gentle, pleasant, easy experience, and kind of I dipped in and out of that. It does take practice to come away from that reactive experience, the pushing away, the resisting, the judging, the whole dialogue around pain can be quite a strong habit that we don't realise that we're doing, but it is just a habit, and just like any habit, we can retrain it. It takes a little bit of practice and a lot of curiosity, but it can be done.